What's up, guys? Dude, today's crazy. I've talked a lot. Worked in the morning, and then went to go shoot. Shark talking at Faith Hustle. We connected about 2 o'clock. Bro was in a penthouse with 2 other guys. 2 other guys are both taking upwards of 30K a month profit take home. And they've been in the business for 6 months. Life insurance, building a team. About half from their own personal, half from downline. You got another 25% coming about like 6 months, 9 months down the line. Buying leads. They're buying leads and then selling. Anyways, that was just like, yeah, one's 24, one's 21. Shark's 27. Shark went from making a boatload of money to giving it all up and being a full-time evangelist. So, he's built like the largest community to evangelize to Muslims. He like won the school games, and yeah, he's super awesome. I wanted to go and spend time with him today for kind of 3 things, I'd say. One being, I wanted to go to Faith Hustle, the event that he was speaking at regardless. 2, I know it can just be valuable to have like a person with a camera around and grab content. Like, why not? It's just extra footage. And it's a labor of love. Like, just love the dude. So, like, why not? I can just do that. And 3rd being, what can I learn? What can I pick up? What can I pick up? And so I knew I was gonna have like a mindset shift from spending time with him today, but holy smokes, man. Like, it was like huge. Some of the biggest differences I see in the way that he's thinking and the way that the guys he's living with are thinking, that they've done business together. I mean, they're 21 years old, Shark being 23 or 24 at the time, and doing like 300K a month, like insane numbers. Yeah, it's crazy. But like, they were living in Miami, like bottle service, boats, like the whole 9 yards, living together. And now that was like, they were all in the world, and now they're all like saved and living together, and it's so cool to see. But point is, biggest things I see that are different in my mindset versus theirs is there is no holds barred. Like, it is brutal honesty. Why do you think that? What makes you think that? But like, why do you have so much confidence in that? How can you be sure? There's no, like, we're not talking about ideas that are in the ether. We're not talking about delusions. We're not talking about unrealistic potentials. Everything has to be grounded in reality, grounded in fact. There's a speed at which they operate as far as like implementation. So for instance, I was talking to Josh does like this month, it's like upward of 30K, and half of like more than half of that being from his downline, from the team that he's built of like 10 recruits. And he started 6 months ago, and I was like, where'd you get all your recruits from? Like, how do you recruit? And he said, it's all been from organic Instagram. And I was like, so if you just focused on that, like, stopped personally producing, just focus on that, hired someone full-time for social media, like, help me understand, where would you be at in like a year or 2 years if you had 3 new recruits a month come from social media and a 10% churn rate after a year? And he's like, I was like, what would that mean numbers wise? And he was just like going through it, and he's like, That'd be huge. That would be huge. I think his team is at like 10 right now. So like in a year from now, 3 a month, you know, his team's at 46, 10% churn rate. His team's at, you know, 40, whatever. Um, and I would assume he's doing about like 1.5 to 2 on each of them. And so, you know, in a year doing, you know, 1.5 to 2, so doing 60 to 80K just off of his team, his downline. So that's what I imagine the numbers he's probably doing in his head. I'm not sure, just basing on his current numbers, but I don't know if how they're producing, if they're going to produce better, produce worse, or how many, like, whatever. But good general estimate, I'm gonna say, with no context. And so, yeah, he's like, okay, like, yeah. I was like, okay, so if, you know, those numbers that you would get to in a year, would it be worth spending like $5,000 a month right now to, you won't see returns for the first, you know, month, 2 months, but like you'll really see it pick up like soon from your full-time social media person, like coming in, shooting content with you, telling you exactly what to shoot, building lifestyle stuff, building like, you know, all that kind of stuff, and eventually on it, like you can do ads, like all that. Like, I can't see anything. I can't see anything more valuable that you could do with your time right now, other than that. If we're just talking like ROI, right? Like personally produce, like post some more content to my like run it at like the highest ROI thing. And so I basically, because I'm just curious, because I've had this in my head when I see like door-to-door people, pest control people. I know they're building teams or downlines where they make their money. There's guys in door-to-door pests that do like over $1 million a year, and it's because they've been in it for 4 years and they built a team, and it's absurd, like a huge team, like they started on the pest control sort of thing. So yeah, so anyway, just kind of walk through, and he's like a very sharp guy. Like Josh is like super quick, super fast, like knows his stuff. That itself was a big thing for me, of like I'm not just like talking to this dude, like I'm keeping up. Like I'm not just keeping up. Like I'm setting the pace like with him, and we're both like running alongside, and that was just like dope. I don't know, it was just kind of like you're not out of place here, you know. And it felt like the times where I've tried to have those conversations with people, and they're like, oh, I don't know, or they're this, or they're like, they're slower, they're like, I just kind of whatever. Like now, like this dude like picked up what I was putting down, and I was picking up what he was putting down, and it was lit. So we just kind of bounced back and forth, and he like 2 or 3 times he's like, you sold me. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to sell you other than the idea, right? Like I don't have a solution or something to like. And so then it came to, well, how do I find the person? How much do you think I should pay? Do you think I should do full-time versus part-time? And I'm like, okay, well, look at this. Like part-time, and you get 2 recruits a month, and you're only paying $3,000 a month or $2,000 a month for the next 3 months. Well, realistically, you're going to see, oh, crap, like, yeah, this is working. I'm just not realizing the gains like until 3 or 6 months down the road. And that's the only thing that's the only reason why you wouldn't pull the trigger now. So, like, just pull the trigger now, because if you do part-time now, you're going to see success with it, and then you're just going to move to full-time later. And then you're going to be kicking yourself later, wishing you had started in the beginning full-time. I'm doing the same thing right now with the SEO stuff that I'm doing. Like, I wish I had started it sooner. So, anyways, and he was just like, yep, no, that makes 100% sense. Like, boom, 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 boom. And it went from, like, curiosity to critique, like, being critical of it, to figure it out, to show me the proof, like run the numbers, to it looks solid, I'm sold. How do we implement? And then like his roommate comes out, and they both do the life insurance together, and his team is like double his, and he's like, this guy just sold me. It's funny. He's like, dude, this kid's a genius. Like explain, like, if you do this, and Josh like walked him through it of what we just talked about, and it was like super cool. And then it was like, okay, well, what do you think? Like, Tony had a question, so we talked about, you know, here and there and here and there, and then me and Shark had to dip, but it was like they were basically like, all right, like, let's implement, like, where do we put them? like we put them in our like room in our office. Like it's like set them up on a desk over there. And it's like, how do we find? Okay, well we find people. I was like Indeed, or you can like I had my friend Justin actually putting out an ISO. So that was extremely encouraging because I don't operate like that. I think of the idea, I have the idea, I've already done everything that they've done in my head, but I don't pull the trigger because I'm like, it's almost like I don't believe myself. I don't think it could really work. If this really, like, I don't know if it's fear of failure. I don't know, or fear of success. I don't know if, a lot of times it's just I don't have the money to implement. Sometimes I don't have the time to implement, but I'm like, if I really believe this, why don't I do it? And I watched him go from disbelief to belief to the place where I already was, which was belief, and he just did it. And I already believe in so many things, but I haven't done it. But he just went from belief to like action, like just speed from idea to like actual execution. Like I would be not surprised if by the end of next week they have a full-time social media person that they're trying out at least, and seeing if it goes to if they can find a better person. Like that was huge for me, huge to watch that happen in real time. Watching Shark talk about many of the business things that he did, understanding that our journeys are not far off, that he is also very much speed, and that he attributes like a lot of that to the people he's around and the friends he was around. It said that like you need to be around good people. You got to be around people that are going to push you forward, that are going to change the way you look at things, your mindset. I feel like that's what I'm trying to figure out for myself. I love the people I'm around, but they're kind of content where they are, or they're just not like annoyed enough with where they are, and so nothing changes. And most of the people, at least their financial situation and their, I don't want to say spiritual, but things look pretty darn close than that they did, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago to today. And I just spent like a day around Shark, and I'm like, and a day around these guys, minutes around these guys, and I'm like impacted by it. And I've never had that with the people I'm around. And not that they're bad to like hang out with as far as like play pickleball or volleyball, but also I just went and I went and played volleyball today for 30 minutes and met people that were, like, I can play volleyball with other people, I can play pickleball with other people. I want to be around people that push me and make me better. So, what else today? Yeah, Shark and I are like in very, very similar, we're in very similar areas. It's just that like, I see it and I believe in it. Why am I not doing it? He gave me some practical stuff that we talked about. It's super dope. There's just so much that I learned from today. He had this, like, the event was cool, but honestly, the event was, for me, like, the worst part of the day. Like, the part of the day. Because the interactions, conversation I had, I feel like it was just gold for me. And just, yeah, it was just sick. Couldn't shoot cards, content for the cards there, because lights, and it was just loud and stuff, but, Shark was just, like, cuts through the fluff, speaks straight, isn't scared to ask questions that are just clear cut, and, yeah. Really good. I'm tired. I gotta be up early. Have to go do a clean in the morning, so we can't get someone else to fill it, which is humbling for sure. Like, let me, spend some time around people that have 7 to 8 figure businesses, or letting go of those to be evangelized full time, and let me go and clean this house for $100 in my pocket, even though we should really reschedule it, but we already did it. So, anyways, like, it's not worth $100 unless I'm in some way like growing myself, sharpening my mind or my perspective or something. So, anyways, I gotta knock out. Love you guys. Today's huge. Today was huge. It was really awesome. I think there's one more thing that I just keep thinking about that, like, I'm gonna want to remember it in the future, so I'm just gonna do it now. A couple videos back, I talked about how, like, you can be outside of reality and have that torture you, and really it's just your imagination torturing you. I'm not worthy, I'm not this, I'm a bad person, blah, blah, blah. Like, none of that is real. Like, that's literally all just created by your mind. It has no actual objective, like, manifest physical reality in, like, here. Like, it's not real. It's not real. You literally, like, if you're experiencing negative effects of it, you have to understand that, like, you created the negative effects because you created the cause. So just get rid of it, or, like, ignore it, like it's not real. And so I've talked about that. I feel like I talked about that in a video. I really talked about it with Logan, like, especially, like, not using Zens. Like, I feel like I've talked about it on here, maybe I haven't. Like, I was using Zens for a while, but felt like I wasn't using them right, and so it was like, I'm just not 100% sure. Like, this is kind of like coffee for me, but, like, I'm just not really sure. I don't have the same, like, thing with nicotine that people have trouble with, and so I just quit, like, just stopped, like, after using them for, I don't know, there's times I'd have them and not use them for, like, a week, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I have those, and I need to, like, lock in. And then there was times I was, like, using, like, 4 or 5 a day, and, like, really doing something. And then some were, like, I just felt like having one. Usually, like, over the weekends I wouldn't have one. It was like coffee to me. I know that's not the relation that 99% of people have with nicotine, but yeah, not an issue for me. So, but I was like, maybe it is, maybe I'm, like, deceiving myself. So I stopped, like, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. I was like, I just need to be 100% certain that I'm good. So I was just like, because my mind messed with, and I have done this before, where it's like I used them for like 2 or 3 months, and I was like, no, like, I'm addicted, and then I stopped, and then I was like, good. Like, I just didn't use them for like 4 or 5 months, and was like, see, like, I can use it, like, in a good way. So, anyways, yeah, it's been like almost 2 weeks, and the day after I stopped, like 2 days after I stopped, I was like, I really wanted one. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I really want one. Like, oh man, I might go get one. Like, man, is this really a struggle? And then literally, it was just like, like, whoa, those thoughts aren't real. Like, that's not like that desire, that pull that I suddenly had. Literally, is nothing except from my brain. Like, literally, just my brain was creating. So I was like, whoa, like, those are just thoughts. They're not real. Like, I'm the one creating this desire. I'm the one creating this gap that I need to fill, this hole that I need to fix, this now I'm trying to make a bridge to get across. I'm like, no, none of it's real. Like, I'm good right where I am. Like, and I would, like, how hard is it to, like, just look at myself and go, like, things are, like, I'm good. Like, I don't want that. Like, I don't need that. Like, I'm specifically doing that so I don't. I'm like, cool. And the first, like, couple times it happened, it just was like, I just shook it off. Like, it was crazy. Like, I would just come back to reality. Like, I'd have these thoughts, and, like, it's like, whoa, I'm just creating reality that's literally not true. It's not reality. It's an illusion. I'm deluded right now. And so Shark Talk today. And so, like, your imagination, these things that you create, like, you now have a bar that you're standing under, you feel like you never own up to, or you never live up to, and, like, it's not even real. Like, if you just, like, imagine the bar was lower than you and you're living above it, like, holy smokes, like, look at you, you know? So use it for positive rather than allowing it to use you, sort of thing. And so, yeah, Shark was talking about how many times we feel like we're not living in reality. Like, we feel like we're supposed to have a wife. We did not we supposed to, but we deserve to have a wife. We deserve to have a bunch of money. We deserve this. We deserve that. But like, reality is, we don't. We don't deserve it. And so we try to you create this gap, right, of like where you are and where you feel like you deserve to be and where you want to be. And so you try to close this gap, but the thing is, like, you don't deserve, if you deserve to be there, you would be there. You haven't earned it. And so you try to like get there in a way that's illegitimate. You try to bridge this gap. And he says, like, this is where most of sin comes from. So a lot of guys, like, they have this sense of pride of like, I should be here. I'm deserving of this, and I should be making this more money. And I look at the next guy, and I'm doing better than I'm better than him, and blah blah blah. And yet I'm not making money. Or like, why does he have a girlfriend and she's hotter and he's ugly and he treats her bad? Like all these things. Like, you're just, it's all pride and it's all wretched. And we try to fill that, try to feel a certain way by bridging the gap. And so you, like, watching PORN, you have so many words that like doesn't even matter. Like, YouTube is gonna hate me. To try to bridge the gap and to feel like fulfill that. You smoke or you drink to be able to get this sense of peace. You like whatever it is, you you feel like this is reality, and the thing is, this isn't reality. The reality is actually here. And so by trying to get there, you try to get there illegitimately. And so if you instead accepted the true reality, which is here, and realize, wait, I don't deserve this reality. This isn't reality. I don't deserve this. You don't have this gap anymore. You don't have this place to get to. You're just like, you're good. You're here. Like, you're home. Like, and you're able to actually work from like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? But like, start from a place of reality of like, this is actually where I am today. I'm broke. I suck at this. I don't have any high level skills. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a degree. I don't this, like, and I'm just like a wretched, sinful, I need salvation. Like, cool. Like, now we're in reality. We have somewhere to go from. We can do something with that. We can't do something with like, I feel like I should be, and why can't I, and why is everyone else, and I should, and puff my chest out, and like, can't even interact with the real person there. It's like just a facade. It's crazy. So I'm kind of interpreting and working through things in my head of talking, like, hearing Shark and talking to homie. So my friend Nick came out, went back home. I'm learning he's a bit of an introvert. He's a new friend, bit of an introvert. We were supposed to shoot the cards together, and I just didn't, like, just wasn't gonna work out. It's a bust. And then it was like a 15-minute drive, dude. I felt bad. And then my friend Logan came out from Fort Worth. It was huge for him. Got some dinner with Shark after, me, Shark, and Logan. Love you, Logan. That was super fun, man. So fun. I love when you can just call on people, You just got those people that are like super close. You can just, whatever's going on, you can call them. I have to go to sleep. I love you guys. This is a sleep deprived, didn't eat much, super run down, just wanted to talk thing. So, guys, this is for me. This is for me. If you get value out of it, cool. But this is not, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I say this is for you, but like, this is, like, that's why I'm posting it, is in a way it's for you. But like, this is for me. I want to look back at it. I want to, like, my wife to look at it. I want my kids to be able to look back at it. I think that there's value I get out of it. So if there's value you get out of it too, like, let my life be whatever for you. I'm going. I love you guys. Good night.